Good morning, folks. We were out on a lake just a little south of the cities, actually not too far away. Supposed to have some nice sunfish, a few crappies, northerns, walleyes, and we're just going to see what we can find today. I've already thrown a rod down there because it looked like there was a few fish, and stick with me. I'll give you the best shots that I can give you at this point, and we'll have a little fun. Let's get some fish. There's my little setup, guys. It's not a lot, just enough to get me out, keep me warm, and catch some fish. At least that's the plan anyway. Trying not to mess this fish. There's one definitely playing. I'm using live bait, and I'm using some waxies as well. Sorry folks, my mind's just watching this bobber here. We're fishing 17 foot of water. Like I said, I know there's a bunch of crappies in here. May have to pick through them, but should be fun, guys. All right, guys, here's what I'm using. It's called a gill getter wood tick, and I don't know if you can see it or how well you can see it, but it's got the big wide eyes. It's got a white side, brown back, little red tip on the front of the nose. Gonna put a couple little waxies on it, some 3-pound test, guys. We're gonna put it down there, and hopefully we'll find some big gills. We'll see. Stick with me. Uh-oh, checking out the bobber. Come on, take it, bad boys, take it. If you're brave enough. Otherwise, just wait for this guy right here, Mr. Gill Getter. I just need Mr. Gill Getter to go get her. There we go. Got one on for you, folks. Doesn't feel too big. It's not, just an average little sunfish. It's actually a pumpkin seed, guys. See a lot of these in the lakes, and not bad. Let's let them go. There you go, fella. I've heard some good things about this lake. Although I gotta say, every year this lake can produce some real big panfish. Now the problem with that, guys, and it's not even a problem, I think it's great. In my opinion, I think it's great that they moved the sunfish to 5 fish limit and crappies to a 5 fish limit. And some people have been taking it as, well, I can just get 10 crappies. And no, it's 5 and 5, and there's nothing else you can do. You know, I think that's what saving lakes are about for our kids. So for me, I think it's a good idea. All right, guys, so I'm going to give this just a couple more minutes, and then I'm going to change to the moon jig, because for whatever reason they're not feeling this. Although this fish here seemed to be hungry. There we go. It's small, guys, it's small. Another little panty. That's a bluegill. Definitely not a pumpkin seed. It's not bad. I guess if some people were keeping fish, if I can grab them here for you, that'd be one you would probably want to keep. Myself, let them go. There you go, buddy. Holes that way. There you go. Good job. And I'll tell you what, guys, you can see that something would love to have that minnow. It just doesn't, it's not big enough to take it down. All right, guys, here's the moon jig I'm going to use. I don't know if you can see it. It's pretty much a glow jig with a couple of orange spots on it. Sorry about that. The wind is picking up and you guys are on the side of the little shelter. But this usually does great for crappies. Let's see how she does. Who's curious about what's down there? Why don't we drop the camera and let's just find out. So guys, I'm gonna throw down the Markham camera. It's just a tiny little 5-inch screen. Hopefully you guys can see it. And let's see what's down there. Look at them all. They don't look very big though, do they? If you can see them. Thought I saw something bigger there. So on my other line, guys, I am going to use the larva, the moon jig, and then I got something real special for him if that doesn't work. There we go. We've got one on. Not big, tiny. Definitely not as big as we were getting them the other day at that other place, but guys, it's using the moon jig, couple of red larvae. Seemed to work on this guy. All right. If I can get him without him flipping out of my hands. Here we go. Let's let him go. Now we're gonna let this guy go right back in there. Nice flip. And let's get right back down there. There we go. Another something. I'd say it's another little panty. Lots of tiny ones. You know, these are probably all of, I don't know, 4 inches, maybe 5. Nothing great. Another little guy. We're gonna let him go. Here you go, partner. Right on. Tell your friends. Free meal. So that's not bad. A little bit of fun we're having here. I would love to see these bigger panfish in here that I'm told about. But you know, when I think about panfish and really good size, you know, that lake that I went to last week, that had some really solid panfish in it. You know, and I'm hoping they don't fish that out. You know, if the word ever gets out on what lake that is that's holding those. All right, guys, let's get right back down. There's still a couple of down there. It's been kind of fun. I'm just surprised there isn't some bigger fish in here. Woo, is the wind picking up, guys. I apologize because you were on the side of my shelter and it is moving you a little bit. Otherwise, this would be a perfect day to be outside if that wind was down today. So I downsized the bait from waxies to larva, and they seem to be digging it. We're gonna give this one more shot down there, and then we're gonna change up the bait, guys, because you know me, I like to change the bait. But this doesn't look too bad. It may have just lipped it, and we'll give it a second shot. And if we don't produce, we change the bait. There we go, guys. Oh, what's here? This has got a little weight to it. Do we finally have one of those? Well, no, guys, it's not as big. I'll show them to you. All right, looks like I got something messing around with the minnow down there. But yeah, I mean, if I was keeping bluegill, yeah, I'd be keeping this one. He'd be all right for the pan. Let's hope we can find some more. I'd like to see him a little bigger. But he definitely had a little fight to him, so very much appreciated. Let's let him go. There you go, fella. Man, that's a lot of fun. All right, guys, we're gonna get right back down there. There's still a few down there. Hopefully, maybe some of the bigger ones have come in. Man, it is windy out, guys. I don't know if you can hear that. Some of that air is getting pushed up under this shelter, guys. And I'll tell you what, it's time to put the socks on. That's right, heated socks. Nothing better. It's incredible how many people are out here. When I'm done with today or finish fishing, packing up, I'll show you a little bit of it. And some of you may recognize this lake, and it's fairly, I don't even want to say fairly, it's a pretty popular lake for ice fishing. Guys, I want to show you something. See that? That right there is for my heated socks. So we're going to take them and we're going to crank them up. I'm going to get my feet all nice and toasty. There's nothing worse. Sorry guys, this wind is really bad. I don't know how long I'll stay out here with this, but yeah, you got to have something for your feet to keep them warm. You got to get yourself a pair of heated socks, because they are incredible. Here's the cool thing about it, besides being Wi-Fi. You can tell your socks are heated because they change colors to red. I don't know if you can tell, but man, these are a lifesaver out here, guys. Lifesaver. Especially that wind starts kicking up underneath this shelter. All right, guys. Oh, and it's off. That was nice. Should have gave it just a little more time. What do we have here? I don't know. Should have gave him just a little more time. Yeah, guys, that was the first bobber down, and it was a pretty heavy fish. Not gonna lie, but I should have given him just a little more time with it. That's okay. Maybe he'll come back. Alright guys, got a little itty bitty thing here. Another little fun bluegill. I'll tell you, these look pretty clean, guys. These are pretty clean fish. So we're gonna let him go. There you go, buddy. Tell your friends. There we go. Oh my goodness, guys, is this a tiny fish? Look at this, guys. Just a little bluegill. Let's let him go. Get her back down there. There we go, guys. Hopefully he doesn't swim over there. Ah, not a bad one, guys. Not a bad one. Not a bad one, huh? All right, let's let him go. Now that would have been a keeper fish for me. That was a decent size. And a lot of fun. I love when they have a little back to them. That's a great time. There we go. There we go, folks. Another smallie. Another little tiny guy. Not a bad little fish though. Believe me, I know people that would keep this fish. And he's not bad. As soon as I get the hook out of him, I'll show you. And just another small guy. Let's let him go. There you go, buddy. Don't forget to tell your friend. Well, that's a wrap out on this little lake today. I only had 3 hours to play around. It was a fun little lake, and it's a very busy lake. I'll do some driving around and show you a little bit of it. And a lot of houses out here. Wow, I'm amazed. Obviously panfish are what they're chasing. There must be some good walleye out here at some point, probably an evening bite. But pretty lake, a lot of fun. Guys, thanks for joining me today. It's a shorter video. I hope you enjoyed it. Like, share, subscribe, hit that bell notification for more videos coming out. There'll definitely be more I'm pretty excited to get back on this lake and check a few other spots. I think we had some areas in here that can produce some pretty nice fish. But that wind today was just beating the snot out of me, and I just had to call it. All right, guys. Again, thanks for joining me. We'll see you next time on the ice. Hey guys, listen, I thought it'd be kind of cool if you have never been on the ice in a car or a truck. It's pretty cool sounding. Check it out. I'll see if I can get you a close-up to it.